video, you will learn about the introduction to basics of machine drawing.
Okay, so here I have a picture. Okay, all of you can observe. There are so many people sitting and they're using the geometrical instruments making a drawing. Okay, so I'm not sure what kind of drawing they're making, but it is sure that they are making an engineering drawing. They are using all the set of instruments which are required for engineering drawing, the set squares, the compass. You can see how huge the sheet of paper is, right? So you can see this is how the drawings were made in the earlier days. Okay, and as and when the computer made a great revolution in industries, there were softwares that were brought up using which we'll be able to draw, erase, and you can resize, you can copy paste. All those things were made very easy using the computers. But in the earlier days, a small mistake in the drawing, they just used to make a huge time invested to recorrect it. But nowadays in computers, it is very easily done. Okay, I'll show you one more picture. So you can see this is what is called as drafter, and you can see a person is making a manual drawing of some component or some product. Okay, so this is how manual drawing were used to be done in the earlier days before the revolution of computers. Even now, some of the industries still stick on to this manual drawing because it has its own advantages. When you draw it manually, your understanding of the drawing, your thinking skills, everything will improve drastically than working on a computer directly. Okay, so that is how manual drawing is so advantageous to understand and to develop the skill of engineering drawings. The first thing, as and when we were born and we were brought up, the first drawing that we all would have made is scribbling on a paper, right? We all would have taken a pen or pencil or colors and we would have scribbled on paper. And immediately drawing means we started drawing mountains, sun rising or sun setting. This is how we practiced drawing, in our early childhood days. And then maybe our painting and all those things would have improved. Then our drawing nowadays, cartoons. We might have drawn cartoons in our childhood days, and later nowadays you see even this is called drawing of a person. Okay, it might be a actor or any human being. Sketching that person itself is also called as a drawing. Okay, but what drawing are you all going to learn here is engineering drawing. So engineering drawing is quite different than what drawings you all saw in the previous slide. It is completely different because this drawing is completely related to engineers. So engineers make things. That is what is the job of an engineer. Say automobile, a car, or your motorbike, or a computer, or your mobile device. All are things. You think of anything, washing machine, whatever you use in your household, mixies, or the exercise equipment, any component, any object that we use today is all made by engineers. So what is the job of an engineer is to make things, right? So in order to make things in a newer way, you all would have seen how mobile phones started in early 2000, right? It was of a very large size and it had very less functionality. You were able to only call, right? And later it took a revolution. The design was changed. It became more slimmer and it had a bigger screen and keypad, and later it turned to completely a touch screen, right? And nowadays we see that the screen is almost coming out of the body of the mobile, right? Curved edges you'll find in Samsung, right? So that is how the designs have been changed. And how are these designs changed? It is purely by the engineers. They make the things newer and newer, better and better. So in order to bring out that new ideas into practice, drawing is very much necessary. So as I've put one point here, you all can observe, in engineering a drawing is worth more than even 1,000 words. So instead of, I gave you this point even in yesterday, instead of explaining your design completely with words and sentences, it is better that you bring out that new design in the form of a drawing. Okay, that is how powerful drawing will be for every engineer, not just mechanical, for every engineer. You always remember this because you're all going to become engineers after 3 years. So remember to always draw whenever you get a new idea. Whenever you go to a job, you find out a problem in your company, you want to give a solution to it, you bring it out as a drawing. Then only you are a true engineer. You speak only with drawings than words as much as possible. That is what is the power of drawing, because a picture speaks by itself, right? A picture will speak by itself. Engineer's responsibility is to first plan, and that plan will be always in the form of drawing, whether it be house, whether it be gears or automobiles or aircrafts or anything for that matter, earth movers, anything for that matter. First thing you must have in your hand is the plan. Okay, so that plan is nothing but the drawing. Now coming to machine drawing. Again, the name itself implies very clearly you're going to make the drawing of machines or machine components, any of them. Okay, so it is important that whether you build a bolt or whether you're going to manufacture a complete automobile or whether you're going to build a complete aircraft, the first and foremost thing that is required is drawing. You make the drawing, make the plan, and then you can manufacture and cross-check it with the drawing whether you have obtained the final product as that of the plan that you have made. That is what is related to machine drawing. Machine drawing, narrows down the engineering drawing only related to machines and components. So next one I'd like to talk is use of engineering drawing before production. Okay, so before production you need to first make the drawing. So making a drawing will give you, if not the complete picture of the component or the product, it will give you a rough view of the component. So you can see here there is a drawing of a washing machine. No matter it is a washing machine or any machine component, then when the product is being manufactured, it can be referred. The drawing can be referred for confirmation. So here I have say one more simple example. So in the first picture you see the real object. In the second picture you see the drawing. It is actually the reverse way. First the drawing would have been made. Okay, so looking at the drawing you'll get the rough idea how the equipment is going to look, and once the equipment is completely done, you can see how the equipment is actually present in reality. So before we understand machine drawing, it is more important that you have complete knowledge of basic engineering drawing. Now first thing in any drawing that you need to keep in mind is first angle and third angle projection. You will be able to draw it in 4 quadrants. Now out of these 4 quadrants, for machine drawing or for building drawing, in fact for engineering drawing itself, we will be using either a first angle or a third angle projection. See, this will be horizontal plane, this will be vertical plane. So if you are drawing an XY line like this, for the line VP, below the line H, how do you project in second quadrant? Both will be up. Right? So if you have front view and top view both above the line, you imagine this with the help of a car. Okay, you have front view and top view both are given above the line. What will happen? Both will overlap with each other. So if both the views are overlapped with each other, what will happen? Will you be able to observe the drawing clearly? It cannot be observed clearly. The same thing happens even in the fourth quadrant. Okay, let us skip third quadrant. If I write fourth quadrant and you have XY line, where will you have VP and HP? Both will be below the line. Okay, so you will have both the front view and top view overlapping below the line. So again, if the views are overlapped, what will happen? Your understanding will not happen if it is overlapped. So where is it separated? It is actually separated only in the first quadrant and also in the third quadrant. So if I write it for third quadrant, one is written above, one is written below. This happens only in which quadrants? 1 and 3. So that is what we mention it as first angle and third angle projection. These are some of the basic things you need to keep in your mind. Okay, now this is a symbol that will be used for first angle and third angle projection. Okay, keep these symbols in your mind. Okay, you see, first angle means right side 2 circles, left side you have a tapered cross section. Okay, in third angle it is reversed. Okay, on the right side you will have tapered cross section, on the left side you will have the concentric circles. So in every drawing, whatever drawing that you come across, engineering drawings, you will find this symbol. Either this one will be given or this one will be given, depending on what angle projection that person has used. So I have one more example here for you to understand, first angle and third angle projection. Now you see here we have a component which is a L bracket. So in first angle projection, all of you observe here. Observe the laser point. So this is a front view. This becomes right side view and this becomes the top view. This is first angle projection. Now come to the third angle projection. See what happens in third angle projection. This is the front view. This is the left side view. Left side view will be written on the right side. Right side view will be written on the left side. That is in first angle projection. In first angle projection, you will have the top view. That is this one. In third angle projection, you will have the bottom view. Okay. Now come to the, recall your catalog of a car. Catalog of a car. First angle, because we are not concerned of the bottom view of the car. Nobody cares how the car is looking at the bottom. No matter all the, ditches and waters are splashed, muds are splashed, nobody cares the bottom view. So third angle projection has no value for cars. There are few components and few cases where we might be in need of the third angle projection. Third angle projection means we might be in need of the bottom view. So at that time, we will draw that component in which projection? Third angle projection. Just think for a minute. Which component requires the bottom view? You think of your household things. Gas stove does not require bottom view. Mixies, we don't care about bottom view. Fridge, we don't care about bottom view. In which one do we care about the bottom view? Okay, one common example I can tell you is mobile phone.
Yes.
We obviously care for the bottom view of the mobile, how it looks in the rear side. Right? How the camera is mounted, how it is looking, where is the logo in the back side, what color it is backside. There third angle projection will come into picture. But most of the cases we'll go with only first angle projection. So keep those things in your mind. So I have few examples of first angle and third angle projection, okay, which we'll see one by one. Okay, this is a component drawing. You see directly they have mentioned it as first angle projection. But remember, in most of the drawings, what kind of projection will not be mentioned. What you will find is only this symbol. If it is right side concentric circles, it is first angle. If it is left side concentric circles, it is third angle. Now this is the front view, side view and the top view for the first angle. When you come here, this is the front view, same front view you can see here, both are same front views. This becomes the side view and this becomes the bottom view. See, I'll just give you one more example. Example number 2. So here we have another component. What I would like all of you to look into is, do not worry about drawings and all. Just see the bottom part. See where I'm showing you the laser light.
First angle projection.
So in every, when you go to every production industry, they would have made a drawing, and that drawing would have been passed on from one department to another until the product is manufactured completely. And in that drawing, you will find this table. Whatever industry drawing that you see, you will find this table. And in that table, you will find a small block which mentions what kind of projection it is. Okay, whether it is first angle or whether it is third angle. That will be mentioned in the drawing. To show that, I give you this example. Okay, do not worry what component it is. So here, again, very, very simple component. It is a cup used to drink coffee. Okay, so you can see this cup and you can see how the front view looks like. If I am looking it from this direction, you can see the arrow given here. the front view will appear in this manner, which is drawn here. Okay, so if you are viewing it from the right side, so if the front view, if the person is standing here, this one becomes the right side. So right view. Right view, you have the handle, which is visible here. Again, you can see the symbol here, right side concentric circles. This is first angle projection. Okay, so one more example. This one is the interesting one. So because we all see this roaming around in the road, right, and we also use it. So you can see the symbols given here. Right side concentric circles, this is first angle projection. Left side concentric circles, this is third angle projection. Now remember to differentiate the visible and hidden edges. So hidden edges will be drawn with dotted lines or dashed lines, dark dashed lines. As you see here in pentagon prism, 3 dashed lines. Pentagon prism, 3 dashed lines. Rectangular prism, 3 dashed lines. Rectangular pyramid, 3 dashed lines. Now remember, this hidden edges will keep on changing depending on the orientation of the solid. If you keep this solid only upside down, the hidden edges will change. Okay, so depending on the orientation of the solid, the hidden edges and visible edges will change. These are some other shapes where you will find hidden edges, which you need to represent in the drawing with the help of dashed lines. So remember to differentiate visible and hidden edges. Important thing in your drawings.